meetings. So Ryan, you tell a little bit about creation of EFTF.
Yeah, when I was in the US, I understood that there was a weakness somewhere, that the people working in the US, they had just to wait for foreigner, for stranger to come in a meeting, and that was it. So they did not know much about what was going in Europe, especially in research, but also in industry. So I was wondering if I could not start one day some kind of one-shot meeting, only one meeting. And that was my first thinking. Why don't we organize a one-shot meeting? And I tried that after I told Louis Néel. Louis Néel thought also it was a good opportunity. And he gave me some information so that I could contact people in the American organization. But those people answered that they did not know about all the people I was quoting. Hafner, Eric Hafner, Art Balato, Fred Walsh. No, they did not know. So that did not work out. After that, I had many discussions with many people. By the way, Helmut Hegwig was not very favorable to some meeting in Europe. But anyway, I had some discussion here in Europe with Bernhard Schluter, with Jean-Jacques Gagnepin, with Peter Kartaschow from the Swiss Meteorology Department, and some other people. And I said, well, we should really do something. So I tried to, we first began to organize a meeting between two communities, which were the Swiss community and the French community. And the first meeting was in 1987, in Besançon. It was a co-organization between Besançon city and Neuchâtel city. And we had some kind of organizing committee and founders committee, and we just wanted to test if it was interesting. By the way, the French, this is funny, the French administration tried to demand that everything would go in French, and I refused. I said no. More precisely, I did not refuse. I said to the administrative person that had written letter, an official letter to me, oh, that's okay, you have a very good idea. We will make everything in French. But of course, we need immediate translation. And immediate translation is something like, at that point, was something like 80,000 French francs. And I said, I am convinced that of course you will provide me with the necessary money. And this guy never answered, and I forgot about this advice, and we started everything in English, because there is no way nowadays a person that does not talk fluent, not only fluent British, but fluent, I would say, American language, is no more a physicist.